Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some more pre-1961 APBA bats. We got the Philadelphia A's traveling to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Senators. And the starting lineup for the A's, leading off, playing shortstop Jimmy Dykes, batting second, playing third, Frank Home Run Baker, batting third, playing first base, Double X himself, Jimmy Fox, batting fourth, playing left field, Alan Simmons, batting fifth, in center field, Wally Moses. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Mickey Cochran. Seventh, playing right field, Bing Miller. Batting eighth, playing second base, Max Bishop. And on the mound, batting ninth is RUBE Waddell. And for the hometown Washington Senators, we got leading off, playing center field, Sam Rice. Batting second, playing shortstop, Joe Crolin. Batting third, playing left field, Rory Serves. Batting fourth, playing third base, Harmon Killebrew. Batting fifth, playing right field, Honey Manchie. Batting sixth, playing first base, Mickey Vernon. Batting seventh, playing second base, Buddy Meyer. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Jake Early. And on the mound, the Dutchman. Batting ninth, Dutch Leonard. Let's get down here to Griffith Stadium and get this game started. And Jimmy Dykes will lead it off here for the A's. Dykes is batting a .180. He's got 2 homers, 3 RBIs on the year, going up against Dutch Leonard. This is Dutch's third start, 5th game. He's 2-1 with a 5.21 ERA. Here's the pitch to Dykes. And that's going to be a rare play, a 52 and a 39. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike one on Jimmy. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Heine in right field for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the first. And up to the plate now is Frank Home Run Baker. Baker batting .260 with 4 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Heine and 2 fly balls to right, 2 outs. Can he set a record held by many and have 3 putouts in this inning? Mr. Fox is trying to end that. He's batting .292 with 4 homers and 13 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far, and Heine's not catching this one. He turns around and watches this one leave the park, folks. And Double X hits a homer to give the A's a 1-0 lead here at the top of the first. And Alan Simmons is up, batting .355, 3 homers and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be well hit. And all of a sudden, with 2 outs, the Dutchman can't get out of this inning, folks. And that's going to be a double into the gap. And Heine can't get to that one either. That's to the wall. And Simmons is down at second and 2 outs. And Holy Moses is up now. And Wally Moses is batting .125. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. Runner down there in scoring position with 2 outs. That'll be a fly ball out to Rice. That'll end the inning. But Double X gives the A's a run. We go to the bottom of the first. A's 1, Senators coming up with Rice, Cronin, and Serves. And Rice batting .276 on the year. No homers and 4 RBIs. And on the mound is RUBE Waddell, his 4th start of the year. He's 1-2 with a 3.63 ERA. You see the team comparisons. The A's are 6-11. They've struck out 83 times, walked 75, hit 58 doubles and 12 triples. And the Senators are 500. They're 9-9. They struck out 89 times, walked 72, hit 48 doubles and 8 triples. And here's the pitch to Rice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. RUBE strikes him out for out number 1. And Joe Cronin comes up now. And Cronin batting .278. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be against a lefty. 16 on an 8 is going to be a fly ball out to Moses in center field for out number 2. And Roy Serves is up now. Serves batting .333 with 3 homers and 6 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Against the lefty, 17. And that's going to be served in left field down the line. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And just like that, now the Senators with 2 outs are making some noise. Down by 1 and Killebrew's up. So all the damage so far in this game has been done with 2 outs, all 3 hits. Killebrew's batting .231. He's got 4 homers and 9 RBI. And that is going to be, let's see what the infield here. 9, 17, 18, 18, 26, 31, 31. And Fox makes it 36. That'll be fielding column 1. That's a pop-up down the third baseline in foul territory. Dykes makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. And we go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 A's. And you got Cochran due up here, followed by Miller and Bishop. And Mickey's batting .186 on the year. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. I believe he's going to strike him out here. And yes, he does. Nope, he doesn't. That's just going to be a ground ball down the second. Myers up with it, fires over the first. And that's 1 out. And Mr. Miller's up now. Bing, batting .218, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And with 1 out this time, the Senators got a runner aboard. And that brings up Max Bishop. And Max, he is batting .200 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bishop. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And the only play will be over the first. Miller will get in scoring position now with 2 outs. And see if Rube can help his own cause here. Runner down at second and 2 outs. And Rube's batting .333 because we don't need no stinking DH with no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Mickey Verns up with it, tosses it over the Dutchman. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Manchu, Vernon, and Meyer due up here for the Senators. And Heine is batting .241. No homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. That is going to be a swing and a miss. Rube strikes him out for out number 1. Mickey Vernon. 2 Mickeys in this game. And Mickey Vernon's batting .227 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a 23. That is going to be a ground pop-up down the second. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Waddell is in the groove now. Can he strike out the side? He's got the first 2 by strikeouts. Buddy trying to put the ball in play. Meyer batting .125. No homers and 5 RBIs. And he does put it in play. That's a base hit in the right field for Buddy. A 2-out hit. Jake Early's up. And Rube still's got a shot to strike out the side in between with the hit. Jake's batting 154, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. 15 on an 8 on a 9. 15 on a 9. And that's going to be a base hit. So Jake gets an infield hit. And now all of a sudden we got first and second. And 2 outs. All these 2-out hits, folks. And the Dutchman's up. Dutch Leonard, can he help his own cause? The Dutchman is 0 for 6 on the season. And that's going to be a down the first base. That's a 5 and a 33. Should be fielding column 1, I would think. And it is. And single knocked down by the first baseman. Nope. Yep, knocked down by the first baseman. Everybody advances. So that's an infield hit. And knocking it down, Fox probably saved a run there. And the Dutchman comes through, keeps this inning alive. All this with 2 outs, folks. Now the bases are loaded. Remember, Rube struck out the first 2. And it might take that to get the job done as we're back to the top of the order. And he struck out Rice his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 54 and a 5. Fielding column number 2. Number 2. And that's just going to be that's going to be a strikeout. He does strike out the side. So the only outs of this inning, good morning, good night, and good afternoon. But in between was 3 base runners as Rube does it all himself here, folks. Nice piece of pitching after he got himself in a mess. Now we got Dykes due up here. Baker and Fox, the top of the order here. And Jimmy is batting. Jimmy flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be a double into the gap. Dykes splits the defense and is on with a leadoff double as the A's try to increase this lead here against the Dutchman. And you got Baker up now. Baker flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back on the first. And 54 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 2. And a runner will get down the third. As Mr. Mickey tosses that ball over the Dutchman covering. So now there's 1 down. Runner down at third. And they're going to bring the infield in. They're not getting much done on the way of offense. Jimmy Fox hit a solo homer to give the A's rather, a 1-0 lead. And that's going to be a base on balls. And down the first goes Double X. Now Al Simmons is up with first and third. And 1 down. And they're going to keep the infield in. Simmons doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll be fielding column number 2. 52. Dykes doesn't have very good speed. .28 and a 50. 54 or lower. Dykes is in there safely on the sacrifice fly, and he's in there. So Simmons gets the job done on the sacrifice fly, and it is now a 2-0 ball game. And holy Moses, Wally Moses is up now. And Moses is 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball to Rice. That'll win the inning, but the sacrifice fly, the Senators are now down 2-0 as we get to the bottom of the second. The Senators will have Crowan, Serves, and Killebrew due up here in the third. And Joe's 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. And that's what he does again. Moses is there, makes the catch for out number 1. Serves is up now. Serves doubled back in the first. And he's done more than doubled this time. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone. And home run. Roy Serves cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1 A's now. And Killebrew comes to the plate. And Killebrew's 0 for 1. He popped up to short his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. RUBE bounces back, gets his 5th strikeout of the game. And Heine's up now. And he struck out his first time up against RUBE. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Wally. That'll end the inning. But the home run by Roy Serves gets the Senators on the board. To the top of the 4th we go. You got Cochran, Miller, and Bishop due up here for the A's. Mickey's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Killebrew. He fires across the diamond to Mickey. And Mickey's out. The Mick and Mick show there. Now you got Bing Miller up. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Buddy at second. He tosses it over to Mickey at first for out number 2. And now you got Max Bishop up. And you can see the team comparisons here. A's 75 runs on 23 homers. No stolen bases haven't been caught. The Senators 74 runs on 20 homers. 6 stolen bases have been caught once. Max is up. He grounded out to third his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Bishop gets aboard here with 2 outs. And at the least gets RUBE out of the way here, so he's not leading off the 5th. RUBE grounded out to first his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Buddy. That'll end the inning. And the A's strand 1. To the bottom of the 4th we go. And you got Vernon, Meyer, and Early due up here. Mickey is struck out his first time up. Let's see something here. Looks good. A little behind the scenes there. And here's the pitch to Mickey. And that ball is well hit. Let's see where Mickey drives this ball to. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Mickey Vernon with a home run here, folks. Ties this ball game up at 2 apiece. And Buddy steps up to the plate now. In a tie ball game, he singled back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bishop. RUBE gets an out right after the homer. And now Jake Early's up with nobody on. Jake singled back in the second also. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. RUBE strikes him out for out number 2. And that brings up the Dutchman, Dutch Leonard. And we don't need no stinking DH because the Dutchman singled his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. A 20. And that is going to be a fly ball in the left field. Simmons makes the catch. But the solo homer by Mickey Vernon makes this a 2-2 ball game. As we go to the top of the 5th, and we got the top of the order due up here for the A's. Dykes, Baker, and Fox. Jimmy's 1 for 2. He doubled back in the third and came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out the race for out number 1. And Frank Baker, home run Baker's up now. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Heine can't get to it, takes it on the bounce for out number for base hit number 6 on the game for the A's. Now you got a runner down at first for Jimmy Fox, and he hit a home run back in the first and walked in the third. And that ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is gone, folks. Jimmy Fox with his second homer of the game, and it is now a 4-2 ball game as Fox gives the A's the lead right back. Game being tied. Double X is a hitting machine so far today. And Simmons comes up. He doubled back in the first and had a sacrifice fly in the third. And that's going to be well hit. And all of a sudden, the Dutchman's in trouble here, folks, with one out. And that ball is hit hard into the gap, rolling around out there in left center field. Al Simmons, he's making the turn, headed for third. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man. He's in there. Gonna force the infield in now with one out. Runner 90 feet away for Moses. And Wally's 0 for 2. He's flown out the left-hand center. And that's going to be a team. What's the team here? 2, 11, 13, 21, 22, 35, 40. So they'll be fielding. A wild pitch runner scores. Only on a wild pitch of 3. He's not. So we'll have a rare play here. 40 with a runner down at first, and we'll have the third rather have to re-roll some dice here. And a 62 on a 40, and that'll be hit in the center field, and Rice is out there. A 45 and a 3 will be fielding column 1. That's a fly out. Nice play by Rice. Now, let's see if the runner's going to tag. Nope, that's a shallow fly ball. He's not going nowhere as Rice comes charging in, makes the catch. And now there's 2 outs and a runner still down at third for Mickey Cochran. Can Mickey deliver here and add to this lead? A's are already up 4-2. Mickey, he has grounded out twice today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mickey walks on down to first. Now Bing Miller with first and third and 2 outs. And Miller's 1 for 2, singled in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And Dutch comes up with it, tosses it over to first, and that'll end the inning. But 2 runs score on the home run by Fox. And it's a 4-2 A's lead. We got the top of the order due up here for the Senators. Rice, Cronin, and Serves. And you can see the A's upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in Washington. Then they stay on the road and go to Chicago for 2. And then they go to Baltimore. So Rice is 0 for 2. He struck out twice against RUBE. And that's going to be a 40. And a rare play. A 62 on a 40. And that'll be a 20. That'll be the catcher. I'll re-roll some dice here. 52 and a 9 should be column 1. And it is. And that's a nice play by Mickey Cochran. He picks the ball up, fires down the first for out number 1. Rice is out of there, and now Joe's up. And Joe's 0 for 2 today. He's flown out to center twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. And Roy Serves trying to get something going here. Serves is a perfect 2 for 2. He's doubled and homered in this game. And that's going to be a base on balls. RUBE don't want nothing to do with him. Now there's 2 outs and the tying run comes to the plate in Killebrew. Let's see if Killebrew can do something here. He has popped up and struck out. Pitch to Harmon, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Killebrew out for the second time this game. And the Senators strand one. We go to the sixth. It's still 4-2 Philadelphia. You got Bishop and Rube due up, and then we'll go back to the top of the order in Dykes. And Max is 1 for 2. He's singled back in the fourth. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Mickey at first. He'll take it himself for out number 1. And Rube's up now. Still 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball to Rice. That'll be 2 outs. Back to the top of the order in Jimmy. And Jimmy is 1 for 3. Doubled and came around the score in the third. And that's going to be another double. Dykes gets aboard here with 2 outs. And that brings up Mr. Frank Home Run Baker with a runner in scoring position here, trying to add to this 4-2 lead. Baker's 1 for 3, came around the score after the single in the fifth. And against the righty, 15. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he'll go a long way over to first. And that'll end the inning, folks. A strand 1 to the bottom of the 6th we go. And we got Heine, Mickey, and Buddy due up here. And Heine is 0 for 2, struck out and flown out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And that's Rube's 8th strikeout of the game. Brings up Mickey Vernon. Vernon hit that homer his last time up. And he struck out back in the second. And that's going to be against the lefty, 23. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Mick out for the second time in this game. Back-to-back strikeouts. Can Buddy avoid being struck out here? Buddy is singled and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Baker. He fires over to double X. 1, 2, 3 go to the Senators. To the top of the 7th we go. We got Fox, Simmons, and Moses, the big boys, due up here for the A's. Mr. Fox has 2 homers in this game and walked. Can he get number 3 here, folks? Nope, that's a swing and a miss. He was swinging for the fences. That's the Dutchman's first strikeout of the game, folks. Al Simmons is up now. Simmons is 2 for 2. He has doubled and tripled and had a sacrifice fly in the third. And that's going to be a fly ball. Rice makes the catch for out number 2. And Wally Moses is up now. And Wally's 0 for 3. He's flown out 3 times, twice to center, once to left. And that's going to be another fly ball to the left. Serves makes the catch. That'll bring us to the 7th inning stretch in a 4-2 ball game. All righty, we got early a pitch hitter for the Dutchman probably. And then back to the top of the order and Rice. Rube is pitching a fine game here through 6. Here's the pitch to early. Jake is 1 for 2. He's singled back in the second. 35 and a 15. And that's going to be another infield hit for Jake. He's showing off his motor skills here today. So he gets a leadoff single. So Jake's aboard here. We'll have a pitch hitter for the Dutchman. Let's see who's going to come out against the lefty here. Ed Yost is going to come off the bench with a runner down at first and nobody out, trailing by 2. Tying runs at the plate now. I'll probably get the bullpen up here for the A's. And where is Eddie? There he is. So Yost is 0 for 6 on the year. Can he come out of this slump here and get a base hit in a key situation? And against the lefty, it'll be a 20. And that'll be a fly ball out to right field. Miller makes the catch for out number 1. To the top of the order we go now. And Sam Rice is at the plate. Rice is 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a 22. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Baker out in left field makes the catch for out number 2. It's up to Joe to get something going here with 2 outs and that runner still at first as ID Jester joins us. Check out his great channel, folks. Doing well, bud. How are you? Yeah, doing real good. On vacation till December 9th. Joe Cronin now 0 for 3. He's flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a 16. And that's going to be another pop-up down the third. Baker makes another catch. And that'll end the inning. And the Senators strand 1. It's still 4-2 as we go to the 8th. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here for the Senators. Got some lefties due up, I believe. Yep. Got Moses and Cochran. See if they got a lefty in the bullpen. Let's see here. They got Hafner in the bullpen. Bring in another Mickey. What the hell? Have 3 Mickeys in the game. Have a Mick. Yeah, it is nice. It sure is ID. Yep. So Mickey Hafner's going to come in the game. I don't have 3 Mickeys. Matter of fact, it'll be Mickey going up against Mickey. Mickey Hafner going up against Mickey Cochran and Mickey Vernon down at first. So he's going to win this battle. Trying to keep this a 2-run game. And Hafner, this is his 6th game. He started 1. He's 1-0 with no ERA. Let's see if Hafner can get the job done. And you see the Senators' upcoming schedule. They got 1 more game here in Washington against the A's. Then the Yankees come to town for 2 games, and then Cleveland comes to town. So Mickey is 0 for 2. Cochran, that is. He is grounded out twice and walked. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the other Mickey. So all 3 Mickeys are involved in this play. Mickey Vernon will take it himself to getting Mickey out after Mickey does a good job of throwing the ball in there. Had to say it, sorry. And now we got Bing Miller up here. And Miller is 1 for 3. He is single back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a single in the right field. So Miller gets aboard here with a 1-out single. And up to the plate now is Max Bishop. 1 down, 1 on. Bishop's 1 for 3. Grounded out twice, singled in the 4th. And against the lefty of 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roy in left field for out number 2. And RUBE's going to stay in the game with 2 outs. Yeah, stop giving in the Mickeys, right? Yeah, they don't need no more Mickeys, that's for sure. 4 Mickeys. And RUBE's up. He is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Roy. That'll end the inning. Excuse me, the A's strand one. Lead this game 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the eighth. You got serves, Killebrew and Heine due up against Rube. And serves 2 for 2. He's doubled and homered and walked. Rube's one of the few that's figured out Rube, and he still hasn't figured out because that's a double down the third base line, and Roy's standing down at second with the leadoff double. The tying run now comes to the plate with Killebrew, and that'll definitely get the bullpen up here. Is there any lefties due up? Heine's due up. They got a lefty in the bullpen. They got Eddie Plank in the bullpen. Plank's going to get up. This will probably be Rube's last batter here. And you know what? Let's get the Moose up. The Moose is up along with Plank. Here's the pitch to Killebrew. Killebrew's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Wally in center field. And Roy's speed, he's not going nowhere. His run means nothing. So now there's one down. And Heine's up. Got 2 more lefties due up. They're going to let Rube pitch to him. Try to get out of this inning. And as Legend Sports Universe joins us here, check out his channel, folks. Doing a lot of basketball lately, along with football. Working on some boxing, too. And hopefully here soon, hint, he'll have the baseball back up and running. And Heine has struck out twice and flown out to center. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Rube strikes him out. That leadoff double still down there at second. And here comes the other Mickey. Mickey Vernon's up. And Mick's 1 for 3. He homered back in the fourth. He has struck out twice. And he isn't striking out this time. Does Mickey do it again and tie this game up? And that ball is blasted into deep center field. It's rolling around in them crevices. Moose gets over to it, fires it in. By then, though, Mickey's standing down at third with an RBI triple. And it's a 4-3 ball game, folks. And that might be it for Rube. When's Rube due up? He just batted. But he's 1 for 3 against him. He's grounded out. Got 2 more lefties due up here. So if we're going to do anything, it's going to bring... We're going to let him try to finish this inning out. Going to let him try to finish this out. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you, Legends. Yeah, not a problem, bud. You do your thing, man. You're doing great. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I do enjoy the baseball, though. And I'm looking forward to old Yogi being there. That ball is hit hard. This is going to tie this ball game up, folks. That ball is hit in the left field. That's going to be an RBI double for Buddy. And it's a tie ball game. And now Rube's out of there. He cannot finish this inning off, folks. Let's see who's going to come in and pitch to early. It's going to be Eddie Plank. He's going to come in. So Eddie's going to come in the game as Rube can't get the job done here in the eighth. Rube was cruising until this inning. Where's Eddie at? This is Eddie's 7th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 7.36 ERA. Jake's having a good game. He's 2 for 3. Singled in the second, 7th, struck out in the fourth. And that's a swing and a miss. Eddie comes in and shuts him down. But Senator scored 2 and make this a 4-run ball game, folks. And Mickey Hafner's going to be facing the top of the order. Dykes, Baker, and Fox. Jimmy is 2 for 4. He has doubled twice in this ball game, came around the score. Yeah, exactly. And that dirty word work gets in the way too much, too. That's a reason it's a 4-letter word. And Jimmy with the pitch here, he's 2 for 4. And that's going to be a 8 against a lefty, 18. That's going to be a fly ball out the right in center field for out number 1. Here comes Mr. Frank Home Run Baker. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled and came around to score in the 5th. And that's going to be a slow roller down to Joe at short. He fires over to first, and that'll be out number 2. So it's up to Jimmy Fox. He's got 2 home runs in this game, folks. Number 3 could give him the lead back. He is 2 for 3. He's homered twice, walked, and struck out. So when he's put the ball in play, he's done this. That ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? Against the lefty. And that ball is out of here. Jimmy Fox with a 3-run homer game has just given the A's the lead. Jimmy Fox having a monster game, folks. Just like that, it's 5 to 4. Nobody on in 2 outs, and Al Simmons is up, and he's 2 for 3 with a double and a triple and a sacrifice fly. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Mickey's giving up back-to-back home runs, and now it's a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th. Now we got the battle of the Mickeys. Mickey after Mickey. 2 up. I got it wrong. Where's Mose at? Where's Mr. Mose at? There he is. And Wally's up. He's 0 for 4. He has flown out 4 times, twice to left and twice to center. And that's going to be another one to left field. That'll end the inning. But the back-to-back home runs gives the A's a 6 to 4 lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Let's see here. Are they going to stick with Plank? He's at least going to come out and take the warm-up pitches. And let's see here. He's going to come off the bench. Big difference with a 2-run lead now. I think Chick Callaway is going to come off the bench. And that'll be it for Mickey. Plank's going to stay in the game to least face Rice. So Galloway's going to come off the bench here. Where's Galloway? Let's see here. And we're going to go with Travis instead. Let's do some Travis. Where's Mr. Travis at? There's Cecil. So Cecil's going to come off the bench here. Go with Cecil Travis. Coming off the bench, batting .241 on the year with 3 homers and 11 RBIs. Can Cecil do something here? In the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 2. Need to get some base runners here. And that's not going to get it done because that's a swing and a miss. Eddie strikes him out for out number 1. And Sam I Am Green Eggs and Ham Rice is up. He's 0 for 4. He struck out twice, grounded out and popped up. Can he get the hat trick here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He gets the hat trick. Eddie Plank strikes out the first two. And we're going to keep him in the game here, folks, to go up against Joe. See if he can strike out the side. Joe is 0 for 4. He's flown out twice to center, grounded out, and popped up. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 10. And that is going to be a fly ball out to Wally in center field. That's going to end the game. And the A's win this one 6-4, folks. Nice game. Eddie comes in and gets the job done and gets the win. Take a look here at the box score. Senators made a hell of a game out of it. Just come up short in the ninth. Jimmy Fox with 3 home runs in the game, folks. That's what the star is for. And the A's 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors. Oh, thank you, Legends. Yeah, it was a damn good game. Senators 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Like I say, the man of the hour is Jimmy Fox, 3 for 4, 3 homers, 4 RBIs. Walked and struck out. Look at that. The A's were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position and still scored 6 runs, folks. You had Jimmy with a homer, Simmons with a homer. You had Dykes 2 for 5. You had Simmons 3 for 4. And Miller 2 for 4. And for the Senators, Roy Serge tried to win this game single-handedly. He was 3 for 3. Had 1 RBI. Came around to score twice. Mickey Vernon was 2 for 4. Early 2 for 4. You had Roy and Mickey with homers in this game. Senators were 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 men on base. RUBE pitched a decent game, gets a no decision, 7 2/3, 10 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 10, but gave up the big homer there in the 8th. Eddie Plank goes to 1 2, pitches 1 1 1/3 innings, scoreless, struck out 3. The Dutchman gets a no decision, goes 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 1, gave up 2 homers. And Mickey Hafner, a tough 9th inning, goes to 1 1, 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, and gave up 2 homers. Take a look here at the box score, at the standings and the leaderboard. Got the New York Giants leading the Phillies by a game. Braves by 2.5. Cubbies, we're in the American League. What are we doing the National League for? You got the Tigers, Yankees, and Indians all tied up. The White Sox are a 1.5 back. Senators are 2.5 games back. Boston 3.5. The A's are 4 games back. And the Orioles 4.5 games back. You got Ted Williams leading the league with a .420 average. Lou Gehrig with 10 homers. And Teddy Baseball with 20 RBIs. And Billy Pierce is leading the American League with a 1.55 ERA. Ed Walsh with 4 wins. And Joe Page with 5 saves. And Lou Gehrig's leading in the MVP voting. And Ed Walsh is leading in the best pitcher category. Let's check out the final game of this 2-game series, what the pitching matchup is going to be. And it looks like it's going to be Chief Bender going up against the General Crowder. That should be a hell of a pitching matchup. I want to thank Legend Sports Universe. Check out his great channel, and ID Gesture for stopping by and check out ID's great channel. And until next time, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and hit that like and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.